I do think that as a core, you use it. Well, it's
Offlane
it's offline. It's offline. It's offline. Why was I listening? But I do think as a core bounty, you do get less like value from the Jihad as a gold stealing ability from the cores because you're mostly using it to secure the creeps. Like you do occasionally, of course, you're going to be hitting the cores from time to time, but in general, you just make sure the enemy can never get a deny off with that. It's very long cooldown, right? It's not. It's like 9, 7, 5, 3. So early levels, it's not that spammable.
Yeah, true. It's very gotta like choose your targets wisely for whichever one you do decide to go for. But okay, so it looks like they have left their carry for the last pick. We'll see what they're going to go for Fortune Soul. Meanwhile, Myth Avenue still looking for their 4th pickup right now, which I guess seems as how they see the enemy mid lane, and they might just pick up their own. Unless, of course, they are going to force the Tusk onto that position, which I think isn't too bad. I think Tusk versus Void, it's kind of 50-50. Like, I don't think there's one that really particularly pulls ahead. It should be quite an even trade, but there's the Lesh. So, probably going to be a mid-Lesh again. Tusk, I guess, will be for Zeal once more in the off lane. So, likewise, just the carry left to go.
And it's such a strong combo if you put the Tusk and the Snapfire, right? Like, you can cookie the Tusk next to him. You have, like, again, we talked about Little Shred Tag Team. Just the spell, there's so much damage. I am really scared for this Lich. I do think that Neon is almost forced to pick something like a Life Stealer or an Ursa, something that's very durable. Because if you take like a Drow Ranger or a Sniper, it just feels like you're going to get hunted very easily here for Neon Esports. So you do need something quite durable for them. And they get rid of the anti-mage, which I like because you see the snowball, you can jump away. Yeah. Life Stealer? Is that going to be the ban? Ursa Life Stealer? That's what I'm feeling.
Neon Esports bans are interesting. So they've taken away Viper and Enigma. So they think it's a offlaner still to pick up here for Myth Avenue. They're not quite paying attention to the carry, which, in all honesty, I know it could be done, but they could actually go for the Spirit Breaker again. It would be the same tri-core heroes. It worked fantastic in game number 1, as well as there is the combo of the Snapfire, because you can charge someone as a Spirit Breaker, and at the same time the Snapfire throws the cookie onto you, so it follows you all the way to your target. You hit them with the charge, then the cookie hits you, and you jump forwards, you stun them again, and then you ultimate them as the Spirit Breaker, and you effectively get a triple stun. And I've seen it done quite a few times, and it is a devastating combination. So there is that possibility.
Yes, it's fairly hard to pull off though. Like the cookie into the charge is one of the it's tough. It's not easy. It's not an easy combo to pull off, but yeah, it can definitely be done. And it does give you a lot of nice damage with it. So yeah, I guess. By the way, a Myth, they do get rid of the Ursa, so Neon's gonna be Life Stealer. They go with the Life Stealer. I mean, it's you have to take the Life Stealer. So either Ursa or Life Stealer. One gets banned. That's the one that gets that maxes through. Okay, it's a good pick. I like it. We'll see what Myth Avenue answers with that.
Yeah, we're quite a nice one to pick up here. So wherever Myth Avenue are going to grab, it would be Snapfire paired with it to go versus the Bounty Hunter Mirana, which isn't really a scary combo to lane versus. Like, there's no setup for the arrow there. It's just going to be sort of right-click trades, I imagine, with a couple of spells being thrown here and there. But yeah, shouldn't potentially be a kill threat. But if they pick up a nice combo with the Snapfire, they can definitely have some kill threat of their own, and yeah, potentially just win their lane through just aggression and kills. We'll see what they can go for.
Yeah.
Got a full minute of reserve time to work with, so yeah, plenty of time.
At the same time, if you put the Snapfire with the Tusk, you get such kill potential, right? And maybe Neon thinks it's a carry Ricky, right? Like a position 4 Tusk, position 5 Snap, carry Ricky, and that's why they're banning offlaners. Like, that could be that. I mean, that seems to be what they're thinking, right? Because they ban offlaners, they ban the Viper and the Enigma. That seems to be what they're going with. Myth Avenue, what do you need? Spirit, you mentioned Spirit Breaker. I think it's good because he doesn't care about like the magic immunity from Life Stealer. So a solid option in general really works really well with the Ricky Invis later, which I think is going to be key, right? Because killing Life Stealer is pretty tough. They're going to go with
okay, interesting pickup.
Core. I feel like is it carry Marcy or is it carry Ricky here?
Okay.
And it's going to be the off Yeah, it's going to be the offlane Bounty Hunter. It's going to be the carry Marcy, and it's going to be the offlane Snapfire instead in this game. So, all
Interesting.
right, it is interesting, I gotta say. Um,
Wait,
hmm.
is there like a particular item that they want to get online quickly, which is why they put it to the offlane? Like, do you think they want to go for like an axe rush, perhaps, or something like that?
Generally, yeah, like Snapfire, you also almost always find like it's very classic, like Guardian Greaves into Shard into Aghanim Scepter. It's or you might get the order a bit different. Like maybe you don't get the Guardian Greaves upgrade, you just get the Mech and the Arcane Boost. But eventually, those are the 3 items you go for. So that's fine. And by the way, it's paired up with Ricky because Kishka's taking with Snapfire Ricky combo.
It's interesting.
Okay,
Not something that
it
have
isn't.
much potential like in the lane with those early levels, but I feel like once Kishka can get his shards, then there's a lot of setups. Like, again, Myth Avenue, they've got quite a lot of disables. Like all the other 4 heroes all have a stun to their name. So if the Lifestealer on Fortune Soul isn't quick enough to get that rage, if he gets hit by a Sleeping Dart, he's most likely going to get followed up by another stun, and he could just get burst down. But even on the flip side of that, if he does react fast enough to the Sleeping Dart, that's then his main form of protection used for that one skill, and then all Myth Avenue would have to do is just wait for it to run out, and then they can take a fight that way. So, yes, it's not going to be the easiest game for Neon here.
No, I think Fortune Soul will very likely suffer against the Ricky because oftentimes the Ricky will just be standing right next to him and just poof, right, with the sleeping dart right next to his ear or something. So he will be suffering that. However, I'm looking at the Enryu Bounty Hunter. I'm thinking that if this guy can get a good start going off, then I do think that they will be able to just snowball with that. Because late game, I like Neon's draft a little bit more for later on the phase, especially thanks to the Lich damage reduction. Yeah, I mean, after game 1, it's hard to pick Neon again, but like I said, they sometimes retweet stuff I do, so I gotta go with them. That's in the cut. Now, but in general, I do think that their draft it can't be worse than game 1, and I do think Neon is a very solid team, and I think that they're not gonna get 2-0 right now. They're not gonna do that.
You do realize you've just cursed them, so they are actually going to have a worse game than number 1, like 0 kills, 50 deaths, something like that. I don't know. Let's hope not. That'd be sort of entertaining, but also not entertaining enough. Like we want a nice even game, something that could go the mile, and yeah, potentially Neon can pick up another victory for their points for this tournament. But on the bounties, going for 2 for 2.
Oh. Myth Avenue, they're definitely like a draw here is okay, but they were struggling in points, right? 0-2, only top 4 of the 8 teams will be advancing. So, a couple of losses, and suddenly you're looking at a very tough spot. So, Myth Avenue, they do not want a tie. A tie it's pretty bad. You want to get those points going for you, but they're sitting at 2-1 right now. They already have at least a draw confirmed, so they're kind of happy. Enryu should have a decent time in this lane, right? His Bounty Hunter against 2 melee heroes. You should be able to get plenty of Junata going. And Tsukimoto actually takes the first creep. How dare he? Do you see that? He took it right from him.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Because again, Enryu, just going to focus all those Junata hits. Like I say, maybe we'll see if he's just going to focus on towards the creeps or every single time it's up. No, he's just going to hit the Tusk. Yeah, just trying to steal as much money as he possibly can. And yeah, V can't really trade too effectively right there. The Starstorm does a fair amount of damage to his face. Gotta be careful he doesn't overextend.
It's not fun for him. Like this 2 melee hero against Bounty Hunter. Oh, okay, that was something.
Tsukimoto, he's just dead.
He's disposed.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, the tower does get the last hit, so no first blood bonus. But regardless, that's a bit of extra space there for Miracle to work with. It's a good way to start.
Pretty wild to see the Mirana that close, actually. But yeah, he just wanted to get that nice Starstorm on both of them, and he ends up paying for it with his life.
Dispose into the tag team. Enryu take a lot of damage right now. He's standing his ground. Maybe they can take down the Tusk, but it's just not enough. Another kill. And wait, why was there still no first blood? What?
Well, the first blood went to the tower, and so I guess that's how.
Oh, I thought if the tower got the first blood, like it just negated. But I guess, yeah, there was still the bonus gold. It just got split between the two of them. Never mind. Even still, this safe lane for Myth Avenue already going fantastically well right now.
I mean, what? Right? It's like one of those things where it's like you're a bounty hunter. You should be okay. But yeah, that's a bit tough. He is going to go for the Wraith Band phase boots, and it looks like a Vanguard as well afterwards. So just hoping to tank him as much as possible. A lot of Avenue's gaming's damage early on is pretty mixed, right? Like there's a good amount of physical from the Marcy, from Tusk. So Vanguard, just the extra health is also very helpful.
So far in this mid as well, 13 and 4 to Ken to the 12 and 3 though of Exilern. So pretty even so far. Again, like just going to be an even trade here, unless someone heavily misplays. Shouldn't be a solo kill potential. But
agreed. Yeah.
just gonna
And
be
the nice
trade.
thing about the voice is also that you're not as ulti dependent cooldown like the Pangolier, right? Your team fight might be slightly weaker because of that, but the Astral Step, the charges up pretty fast, so it's a nice ability if you want to have that non-stop rotation kind of playstyle going on for you.
Yeah, it is always nice. Just feels like you're always ready for any sort of engagement there with the Voids. Yeah, like you said, with the lack of team fight, all they've really got then is the Chain Frost. But depending on the situation, we've seen it in a few series before that it can do absolutely disgusting work. Meanwhile, Enryu forced to go for a TP point blank towards the tower. He takes a heck of a beating as a response. But fortunately enough for him, the Tusk actually took 2 points into tag team rather than a value point of Snowball. If he had that, Enryu would have 100% been dead just then.
I was actually wondering how he's going to build it, because when you play Marcy and you have Tusk, you have a max out tag team, and you use the Unleash, like the amount of damage you get is absolutely insane. You're doing that extra bonus damage from the pulse, and you have like it's pretty wild what you can do. Moto, is he going to be okay? He's going to be fine. He just leaps away.
He's going to ping and hate it down bottom. Wasn't sure if Zil and Kishka maybe wanted to try and go for a kill there on towards the old Lich, but it's a difficult kill to find. Fortune Soul seems to be left to his own devices really. Top of CF so far. And only 16 and 1 there for Zeal. So very, very nice start for the Life Stealer. And I don't think that really changes. Like he should just carry on having a fine time.
Yeah, like unless you get smoked and then there's like a cookie right, like it's pretty tough for a Ricky Snapfire to get a kill on the Lifesteal, and Kishka's taking a lot of hits right now. Half his health just gone.
Yeah.
Then again, Ricky's got like something like 6 health regen at the start. It's pretty absurd what he can work with.
Yeah, he was got to be careful, and those Ice Blasts, Frost Blasts, sorry, do a hell of a lot of work. And he's actually just going to start spamming the points. Sometimes you see people just drop like the 1 value point into Frost Blast and then maybe just level the shield over it, but yeah, he's just going for the pure ability to out-harass people. Well, maybe a little bit of miscommunication there. He dropped the shield on towards Fortune Soul, maybe thinking they were going to go for a kill, but just decided to back off instead.
I mean, Frost Blast, when you look at it, it's pretty damn absurd. It's like 360 damage, 200 on the main target, another 160 AoE. You can buff it up further with 150 with the talent. Like it is, and you can put it on a 4-second cooldown. Like it is a pretty massively, like it's a fantastic spell. Of course, it's very expensive. 140 mana it takes a lot, even with Ricky's big brain plays. And looks like he's like, yeah, let me just go get the bounce wood. Very calm game right now. Neon top 3 in terms of CS though, so they are definitely happy with the lane phase. Despite the 2 deaths that they suffered, they're still 1k ahead.
It's true, and they may suffer one more right now. Hayes getting gone on the Cookie Will Lamb. Obviously, Frost Shield delaying this, but I don't think there's any way for him to get on out. Kishka getting the body blocks, trying to allow Zil to get the final touch, but instead, he just lets his support have it. Kill on the board there for the Ricky. Meanwhile, rotation coming in from the mid. Miracle in some danger, and he will drop Ken. The perfectly timed rotation to net that free kill, and then head straight back onto the mid to make sure he doesn't miss out on anything.
I love that rotation. Not only is it like the easier targets, you're getting the Marcy in that situation, but also you want to get the Bounty Hunter those kills because a little bit of extra experience. He hits that level 6 faster. You get the track hold going. Suddenly, it's a whole different game. Ken? Oh, that's the stun too.
Nice little land there. Kishka jumping forward, so got the smoke cloud. It looks like Hated will be dropping right now. And that's the Lich dying with his TP on cooldown, so he's going to be gone for a while. Meanwhile, Tsukimo has been caught. He's still got 2 leap charges to work with. Snowball's going to chase after him. He's got 1 more. Can he get himself out of this right now? He's got 3 people charging after him.
That's space, baby.
Yeah, it's a pretty speedy hero. Should be able to just hide himself in the trees. And Ken as well. Not going to get caught by Exila and Kishka.
The whole time, and Ryu soloing the lane, level 5 and about a third there, so he will be hitting that level 6 fairly early. And again, I do think he's going to go for that Vanguard build. He's got the double Wraith Band, so the physical damage is going to be pretty. Like this is a pretty premium Bounty Hunter pick, right? Like this is a really good game for him. You're up against Ricky, so you can take away his invis. And the enemy team, I think Unleash has a Dispel, doesn't it? I think if you get, it has. No, okay, sorry, yeah. So there's no Dispels. You should be able to get all these kills off, and we'll see. This is the best game you can play Bounty Hunter in, so Enryu can do with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's gonna be difficult to have a worse time than did on his Doom, again in the game with 0 for 10 or something like that. So already it should be a better time, which is gonna make him feel a bit better, you know, in regards to that. But we shall see. Still 1k gold advantage for Neon at 8 minutes in. Kishka gonna run into Ken right now, but they're just sort of trying to chase this Ricky Maru out of their jungle. And there's sort of no supports coming in, so yeah, this will be a dead Ricky. Maybe he wants to try and waste as much time by juking onto the creeps. But Ice Blast denies the retreat.
Lots of damage from it, and of course the D ward comes off as well, so hated. You know, that's a nice chunk of gold for him coming out in general. And look at the net worth, and Neon very happy right now. Fortune Soul not too far away from the armlet, and reused, you know, 3rd highest net worth. He already hit level 6, and Miracle's only level 5. It looks like they might be considering killing him. They have Exilon near there, but I think he's just gonna farm. Will he help out his team? We'll find out in a bit. But overall, Enryu, he is very happy with how this game is going.
Yeah, he's feeling it. He's definitely gonna be having a nice time. They're gonna try their best maybe to set up for a kill here onto Miracle, but yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to actually try risking it right now. But definitely, Myth Avenue, they're going to have to, you know, pay heed to the fact that this Lifestealer is just free farming away right now. It can't just leave him to his own devices for too long, otherwise he's going to become a massive problem later on. It looks like they're going to at least take down this mid-tier 1. Diabolical going to make quick work of it. Not really anything that Neon can do to stop it. Attempting to deny, but not going to happen. Meanwhile, dive on the tier 1 in the bot lane. Zeal will get brought down. Can they at least get some sort of response kills? Shard's blocking and hated. And the Lifestealer's just out of there. He jumps straight into the creep. He's not interested. Just, yeah. Just like, here, take my support. Leave me alone. I'm out of here.
I love how I thought, oh, he's just going to infest hated and they're going to walk out. But he's like, no, never. You know, it's your fault. Who told you to dive? He's like, no, you told me. We're going to no, I don't care. Just takes a creep, runs out of there. He is just a happy camper in that situation. And, oh, top lane though. Sorry, mid lane.
Miracle able to dodge the potential gank. There is a Lifestealer here though. He's going to pop out. I mean, there's no rebound now. But regardless, doesn't look like there was much follow-up from the rest of Neon to try and go for that kill. Mitsukimo maybe looking for an angle with an arrow. He's got it up in 2 seconds time. Let's see if he gets it. Into the trees. A little bit off the mark there. Still, heroes in number here from Neon. Jump was there from Ken. The Ethereum actually off the mark. And that's going to allow the 2 members of Myth Avenue to disengage quite nicely. They've got to be careful because they're very low HP. But it doesn't look like the rest of the squad are going to start TPing in to defend the tower. Actually, the Tusk is walking in onto the side. Snowball forwards. Got the connection to Ken. Mormor's Kiss is also going to be raining in. Can he get himself out of this? Doesn't have any mana for the leap, but he's getting very low. One more connection from the Mormors will take him down. Hated trapped inside the shards, but doesn't look like there's much left in the tank here for Myth Avenue to get another kill. And they will just on back out. But still, you know, a kill onto the enemy mid laner. They defend their tier 1 tower. So I think Myth Avenue, yeah, I think they're happy with that turn of events.
And Enryu's finally here though. He's going to be helping his team out. Oh, let's see what's going to go.
Away on top of Hated right now. The rebound actually off the mark there for Miracle, not getting the connection on towards the Lich. Maybe they could turn this around. He's still not level 6, so no Chain Frost right now. But NU will get brought down to the relentless right clicks of Miracle, finally bringing him to the ground. Kendo jumping forwards, in and out onto the Tusk, but the mechanism gives him enough to survive. They're carried on pursuing right now. The nice simulated dodge, Chain Frost bounce, gets that connection onto the Tusk, brings him down. Even they since the gates of the back lines, the Ricky desperately trying to get the kill onto Hated, but easily countered out there from Ken. So a bit of an overextension there from Myth Avenue. Well, they got the kill onto the Bounty Hunter, but they do lose 2 in response.
Yeah, but it's worth it. I mean, there's what support kills, so you know you put in a little bit of pressure. But I agree with you. That's not exactly what Myth Avenue. You know, that's not exactly the way you want to take that fight. Bounty Hunters, we haven't seen him do anything in Ryu so far. You know, he's 0-2. He went for the first item Hooded Defiance. I like that. I was thinking he's going to go for Banga, but no, regardless, like both are good items for his survivability. Yeah, we still haven't gotten, I think, a single track kill. So you pick Bounty Hunter for the track kills. You really need the hero to be active fairly soon.
Yeah, it's very, very true. I mean, let's see if he's going to be able to get much else done. He's just sort of running around with Ken, so clearly they're looking to try and go for some sort of kill. Exilo will be the one they run into. Do they have enough damage to actually bring him down? Actually, it looks like they might. Fast about to burst. And yeah, easy peasy kill there for Neon. Bit of extra gold, obviously, from the track. And I think they're just about to get the spot onto Kishka as well. Gonna land the track on top of him, and Ken, even though he doesn't have much HP, he's just gonna jump in regardless.
Nice.
And that is another kill picked up. Neon really starting to build up the goal now with all these track kills.
I mean, killing XZ Learn gave them like an 800 gold swing in their favor. Like that's how massive this, right? The Bounty Hunter gets this, 400 gold for free. I mean, not for free, sorry, but like it's a lot. And they see Miracle down here. Kimoto's on the way. See if they can get it. It's not gonna be the easiest kill, that's for sure.
No.
Well, he can't TP out though.
Yeah, he needs some help. There's no one from the rest of his team nearby. They are starting to run over. A TP now coming on in. Even using the pig pole, Miracle. Yeah, with a bit of extra speed, it's going to force Enryu to disengage.
At that point, he earned it. He's like, come on. Oh wait, Enryu's staying here though. He's invis. He might walk in someone.
Just constantly getting those tracks up, keeping tabs on every single person there on Myth Avenue. But yeah, not interested in forcing an engagement this time. Meanwhile though, Exilen has finished up his Bloodstone now, 14 minutes in. Not quite as fast as game number 1. And Enryu has just been caught. Almost guess he's trying to TP out, but they're disposed just in time to cancel it.
He walked into the Sentry Ward that Dusk planted a few seconds ago, and that cost him his life. But there's a 4-man smoke here. Can they find Exilen?
They found him. Everyone on top, and down he goes. Can't even use the Bloodstone to much effect. And Tusk also going to equal out. Snowball probably just going to delay the inevitable. Unless the rest of Myth Avenue actually want to come over to try and turn this fight around. Punches Fortune Soul up into the sky. They're focusing on towards Hated if they can. The nice rebound lands onto 2. Miracle going to pop his ultimate. Wants to focus on towards Elysium, actually changing target. Can't decide between Ken or Tsukimoto. Finally now going to go on towards the Void, but a nice arrow lands. Going to hold him back, but regardless, Ken, will he get the leap off? No, he won't. So, what's that? It's a 2-for-2 trades, but still, it's 2 mid laners and 2 supports. But
the Tusk kill was a track kill, just like it was there till he died. So that was nice, but I think that Avi walks away out of that fight pretty okay with the result. They did kill Enryu before that fight even started, after all.
Yeah, it's very true. So Exilen, I mean, sure he's got that Bloodstone, but as we've seen, he's died 2 times in a row with relative ease. Do you think maybe he might go for a BKB now? Like, just get that online as fast as possible? Because otherwise he's just getting controlled relentlessly.
I like the idea of a BKB, but he's going to go for the Boots of Travel first, just because he wants to be as active around the map. Like, you do have the Ricky, who has the shard, and there we go, Fortune Soul. This is going to be the debut of the shard. And Kishka, I feel like they spotted this, but no, he's just very scared that they'll actually find him instead.
Yeah, I think he's good to spot that obs. Yeah, they are going to be able to cancel that out at least. But you could see how much Neon is just paying heed to try to find Exilen. Like, as soon as he showed himself in that top lane, 4 heroes started converging on his position. So that is just the aim of the game here for Neon. Kill the Leshrac again and again. Do not let him become that scary raid boss like he was in game number 1.
So he was 15 and alright, Tusk, they're gonna get a track off. He's snowballing away, but looks like he'll be in trouble anyway.
Yeah. Miracle trying to give him the bonus movement speed there with the rebound, but not going to make any difference at all. Still find that free kill with the track golds. But still, I mean, even though they're constantly looking for kills here, Enryu and Ken aren't really moving up the net worth chart that fast.
No, they're not. Right? Like they're barely ahead of. Like Zeal is keeping up with them. Just now they Envy overtakes them. But overall, it's like Zeal is happy with the way the game is going. It's not very as fast paced as I think Neon were hoping for. But they are, they're starting to be more active. We're seeing a lot of these smokes coming off into single target pickups. Sure, fine. Ken, he's got someone infested. Is he gonna go for Zeal? Oh, arrow misses. So
Arrow
close.
grazed the arse there of Tusk, jumping forwards. Ether Remnant also missing right now. Chainfrost finally going to come out, but Snowball's going to negate it. It's going to kill all the creeps. They still get the punch up on towards Ken. He's locked in position. Mormons kisses point blank. They find the kill onto the two main cores. Even Tsukimoto going to fall. Enryu desperately trying to run away right now, but with the Moonlight Shadow on top, he should be able to get himself away. But what a fantastic turnaround there from Myth Avenue.
It's a risky fight also, right? Next to the tier 1 tower, and the enemy is very close to the pipe, so having that will help them in the future fight. But Myth Avenue, what a smoke. Right? Like that's the Ricky effect that makes him so popular. You put the smoke, physical and magical damage basically negate because enemies have what 75% chance to miss, and they have their silence. So huge move by Kishka there. And Ryu trying to do, he's in the area. Arrow comes out. Okay, that's nice.
Cancels the TP. They're actually going to poke onto him, but they've got to be careful he doesn't step out of position. Arrow, the Sleeper Dart lands, follow-up stun. Enryu controlled, even just a snowball forward to get the grab on towards Hated as well. Tsukimoto able to leap away, got plenty of charges to work with. I'm not sure what they were expecting to happen there. I think they got baited in by the cancelled TP, and they were like, yeah, maybe we can actually do something here. But does not work out. Even Tsukimoto looked like he might be caught out. Tag team punch up into the air. The silence, he just cannot get away. Fortune Soul, though, standing his ground against 4 people. He's just going to get stun locked. He's well overestimating his powers. And he's dead again.
Huh. He had a rage. I think he walked out of the smoke screen. He could had the rage ready, but like you said, I guess he was really believing Ken. He's in trouble.
Oh, they found another one. It's just they cannot stop the pain train coming out here from Myth Avenue. Triple kill for Kishka as well, and he's still hunting for more. Maybe if you get another dart set up. But it doesn't look like it. They do get the track onto him, but this is starting to snowball into the favor of Myth Avenue now. 6k gold advantage. They got both top 2 net worths, but at least Fortune Soul is still contending with the farm of Miracle. But it's just, in terms of momentum, it just feels all Myth Avenue again.
Oh, for sure. And Kishka, he is level 11. This is a support. Ricky is level 11. The Enryu is level 9 on the bounty. Oh, sorry, he just turned 10, my bad. But he's still a level behind the enemy support. Like that is kind of crazy. And Kishka has done all that with just one item. Oh, here goes the fight continues.
Another snowball forward, getting connection onto Hated. Trying to burst him down, and down goes Sinich. Can they get the Chains of Tusk? They do, but regardless, Myth Avenue don't care about that whatsoever. They bring down the Bounty Hunter as well. The Lifestealer just infested a creep again to disengage. But it's another 2-for-1 trade. The Bounty Hunter getting pushed further down the chart. And now this tier 2's in some real danger, but it looks like Neon's still want to try and defend this, even though they're in a 3 versus 4 versus the Agents, jumping on towards Miracle, see if they can actually get the lockdown to bring him to his knees, but it doesn't look like they can. Ken instead, the one getting jumped on, silenced in place, does manage to get dissimulate. He's got an Astral Step in 1 second, trying to TP, Mormons kisses. He dies in the fountain, the dot damage is enough. Meanwhile, Miracle now getting gone and forced to pop his BKB. Fortune Soul running himself out. Chainfrost gets unleashed, but regardless, the Magic community allowing Miracle to just disengage. Fortune Soul doesn't have the same fortune though. And now Tsukimoto, he's just going to get ran out. He does have a leap, but it's not going to make any difference. Wait, it's still not even going on. Enryu just teaming into the backlines. It's a full wipe again. Neon Esports getting dismantled here in this second game.
I mean, like we said, this could not be worse than game 1. We said it could not be worse, but holy moly, Myth Avenue Gaming, they are just running them ragged right now. And I mean, this 10k feels more impactful than it is because remember the other team, they got Bounty Hunter. This guy is all gold. You know, you've got a Miranda who's a hero that's really sort of like the support might rely on your team doing well. So it is just crazy what Myth Avenue is doing. Deal the offlane Snapfire, he's almost as fun as the enemy carry. I got a headache, man. I don't know how Neon is in this position 2 games in a row here. Like, it was great. Enryu, at one point, he teleported bottom, when Exton was pushing and the rest of the team was stopping. You're like, this just doesn't seem like they were coordinated at all on Neon's side.
Yeah, and in a game like Dota, it's all about coordination, how you work as a team, and like you're saying, Neon just not really able to do that whatsoever. And they've lost their tier 1 at the top. It looks like they're going to carry on pushing forward, take down the tier 2. Maybe we could see some high ground as well. They got 53 seconds left on the Aegis. So, yeah, definitely some time to work with to pressure in the tier 3 tower. Obviously, there is a glyph available from Neon. So they could...
I like how precise you are with... I like how precise you are with the Aegis. Where like 53 seconds. It's not like, oh, it's 50, nearly a minute, you know. It's like 53... You know, when I play it, I'm like, oh, guys, oh, here we go. Someone died.
Hey, yeah, hey, it just gets annihilated. But God likes Green Up Miracle. But yeah, you know, with those timers, sometimes you gotta be precise. Like 1 second, I've seen many times that A just gets popped with literally like 1 or 2 seconds left. I'll try to be as accurate as I can. But even still, they're all trying to do some sort of counterplay right now. They've got the grab on towards the Lesh, and now Ken just locked in place, stunned. Morm's Kisses, Rain not in. He's still infested up right now, but he's just going to get brought down. Finally, Fortune Soul comes on now. Aegis, 3 seconds left, but they're going to be able to fall back. He shall regen up from that one. And another buyback for some Neon. But they're still just pushing out, feeling like they have to try and force the issue while they can get something out of these buybacks. Another setup onto Enryu, stunned in place. Just pokes and pods from Myth Avenue, not choosing to overextend, being very, very clinical about how they want to engage this fight. And it's going to take the victory as it is. Like, they got the tier 3, they forced out 2 buybacks, not losing anybody. And just, yeah, furthering their lead in this game.
I gotta say, I mean, Miracle went for, you know, he's got the Bash as well as the BKB, so suddenly the Lifestealer's magic immunity doesn't feel that substantial anymore. It was already, like, the Rage was already kind of counted thanks to the Ricky, but you also had, and you had the Wall Punch, but now you have the Bash on top of it, and Ken, he might be in trouble.
Yeah, maybe dead yet again. Just such fast burst coming on now. Everyone else has to disengage, jumping forwards. Fortune gets immediately bashed up there for Miracle. They're trying to focus on towards the Marcy as much as possible. The BKB just allows them to keep going forwards, and they're just dropping like flies. At this point, the Marcy just feels really unstoppable. They're going to be able to get the grab with Tsukimo. Can they bring the down inside the base to get the full 5-man wipe? It looks like they can. Everyone dead. Again, Myth Avenue not losing anybody. And in all honesty, I think that's game number 2.
I mean, I'm looking, I'm like, you know, I turned on the lights because, you know, I needed for the camera. I'm like, yeah, the lights are turned on. I was expecting a GG when that happened, but all right, they're still holding on. This is tough, man. I love the way they've got the life stealer with the Ricky, right?
Mm-hmm.
They pick the Ricky, and then they drafted sort of baiting Neon into picking the Lifestealer because it's like Ursa or Lifestealer, one of them was going to be picked up, and then they picked the Lifestealer. And it's actually, if they'd taken the Ursa, it would have been better for them because you can BKB, then Rage, and you'd be fine. But Lifestealer, you kind of need the Rage itself, which is a spell. So it is very tough.
It feels like as well, every single rage he's used, it's just been to like run away and try and disengage. He can't use it to stand his ground and fight because Miracle is there just plowing into him with all the right clicks. There's also the Diabolic Edict, which you can't forget about as well. Just the pure damage chipping through. It's not easy whatsoever from Neon, but it looks like they're going for like some final hurrah right now. Well, they get spied out by the Ricky. This move is already red. He's now walked into the Sentry, so they see the fact that Kishko is amongst their rank, but it doesn't matter. They've got the jump on towards the Tusk. They do bring him down. But Kishko, with a Blink Dagger picked up, actually, does manage to disengage. But, okay, they find something at long last after about what feels 15 minutes. They get a kill without taking any losses, but it's just the position 5.
They really need to get that detection problem fixed, man. Like Tsukimoto, the smoke breaks, and I was thinking, oh yeah, here it comes. We're you know, we're gonna give Kishka a little taste of his own medicine, but he just walks away like fine. He's like, oh, okay, no smoke, no nothing.
Yeah.
It's still a good kill, right? At least you did the Tusk off the map, but you need to do that about 10 times more with track kills on top of it before you're back even.
Yeah.
And Ryu, he spotted.
Yeah, they did get a quick little glimpse of him there by the tier 2, but looks like they're actually bringing people over right now. Myth Avenue going to start converging down towards the spot. They're underneath this high ground ward though, so they do see it happening, and Neon are able to disengage. But unfortunately, Tsukimo wasn't able to get out fast enough. He gets picked off pretty damn quick. Ken's even able to disengage. Oh, they found the grab onto Enryu as well. 2 people gone in a matter of seconds. The final exterior tower here from Neon will end up dropping down, and even Roshan number 2 has respawned, so it's another objective that MythAvenue could grab.
If they want to, right? At this point, it really feels like they're unkillable, you know? Like, it really feels like it's very difficult for them to just get kills. Like, Neon's, they have no damage at this point. I mean, they have damage, obviously, but it just doesn't seem like it's working out for them. Oh, dear lord. Hate it.
Wow, there's dropped the warmest kisses on his face. Easy peasy kill. They have loose Moonlight Shadow now. Infest onto Ken. They're going to try something desperate right now. Who's going to be their target? Is it have to be the Lesh? Oh, they have actually found Kishka. That's something.
Nice.
Alright, so they're now on to 4 versus 4, but a 3-man stun for Miracle. In comes the rest of the damage. Emeryu's going to be quickly to fall. Even Fortune Soul, Rage was used, but it just does not matter. He still ends up dying. Another re-engagement for Miracle. Just non-stop stuns to control. Ken also being caught. And my lord, Neon finally call GG and step out of this best of 2 game, not taking a single victory.
That is more, again, that is even more one-sided than game 1, right? Like, it's 28,000 net worth advantage in 28 minutes, which is pretty incredible. You're up against a bounty hunter, and somehow MythAvenue Gaming tripling the kills from Neon again. It is pretty wild. Like, Miracle was 71-12. Exilor had another fantastic performance. Overall, it is just looking like MythAvenue, they just know they have Neon's number, right? Like, this is the second time they beat them in the tournament, and I mean, part of it is MAG playing fantastic, but part of it just Neon did not look like they were on the same page, honestly. Like, early game, we saw 1 point Enryu TP bottom while the rest of the team goes top, and you think, I mean, you guys kind of need to play with Enryu, right? Like, either it's his fault for TPing bottom or the rest of the team for going top. It doesn't matter. There's just no, it doesn't feel like they're coordinated, and MythAvenue just tore them to shreds.
Definitely, yeah. It just seemed like, they had no idea of how to execute what they needed to do, and they just did it perfectly. Like, Kishka setting up for kill after kill after kill, and there was just absolutely nothing Neon could do about it. Just it really feeling like just a one-sided series. I think Miracle was a bit happy about that game number 2. Like, he had a much more position 1 score, 17-1 and 2. He was actually the one doing the work this time round. Obviously, he was still doing a lot of stuff as the Spirit Breaker, but yeah, much more carry life situations for him. And it's exactly what MythAvenue needed to finally get some points on this tournament.
Yeah, kudos to them, right? Like, if they had lost this, I would say that, your hopes of making it to the playoffs kind of go, but now they're, 1 win, 2 losses. You could end up with 5 wins at the end if you keep on this pace. That's more than enough to make it, but very impressive performance by MythAvenue. And I like what you said about Kishka, right? Like, we saw him just go next to people, throw the sleeping dart. They have no chance to react, and again, pickoffs, one by one. Very well played. Excellent 2 games on the ledge track. Absolutely flawless performance in both games. Like, crushed Ken in both games, and then he was scaling to the late game. Zeal had a bit of a quieter performance, but he was a very solid. Sometimes you want that one solid guy to make sure one of your lanes just goes decently well. And that's what he did. It's very impressive. MythAvenue, just very fantastic performance.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if they can carry on playing like that throughout the rest of this tournament, I could see them definitely being a contender, could take the whole thing, because that was just clinical, absolutely flawless Doa, which is what we love to see. But yeah, that is the series over, guys. 2-0 there to MythAvenue. Our next series up will be eHome versus Zerja, which is in about 15 minutes time. So more Dota 2 to come. We'll see if that series is going to be a little bit more even, potential draw, or at least the game's going past 30 minutes. Like, that could be a big thing. But yeah, more Dota 2 to come, guys, so don't go anywhere. Stick around.